What's up, YouTube? Minun here with another OU Showdown battle. So in this one, I tried to use some Pokemon who aren't really in the OU tier. Torterra, Electivire, and I think one other is outside of the tier too. But I'm just trying to use them, get a style for them that'll work, and maybe they'll end up in OU soon. So I start out with my Sableye, and he throws out Skarmory. I get up that burn. It's a habit at this point to just get up that burn right away. He tries Brave Bird, and he's only really hurting himself. Sableye's pretty bulky, especially now that that burn's up. So I knock off his red card. I was expecting leftovers, but whatever. He roosts, and after that I try to get a foul play in, just see how much I can do. And the foul play itself doesn't really do much, so I swap out to Electivire. Electivire's got a balloon because Earthquake is a bitch. So I'm going to try to take this thing out with Electivire. I use Thunder Punch, and it does a decent amount. He's going to Brave Bird, and he's going to break that balloon, which kind of sucks. You'll see why later. So he swaps out into Zapdos, and not expecting Thunder Punch to do that much, but Electivire is really strong. Then I use Ice Punch and finish that Zapdos off before it can even attack. Scolipede comes out next to set up, and I'm going to Ice Punch that. It did 30 damage, that's not too bad, and it gets a freeze, but as you're going to see, it didn't last. So he baton passes successfully and goes off to Gyarados, who's now at 2 times attack and 1.5 speed. Ice Punch does a good amount, more than I expected, but he's not going to be able to get that next attack in because no balloon anymore. I call out Sableye to get that Will-O-Wisp up. I figure it'll help me even if it doesn't help him. And then I go into my Torterra. Now, Torterra's got a huge defense, so even with 4 times weakness, it's not going to take it out with one hit. I get my seeds up, Torterra gets some life back, and then I swap out to Rotom, who I know can take the Ice Fang. And really, after its leftovers and the seeds, it ends up only losing 8% this turn. So he switches to Clefable. I get that Confuse Ray, which was aimed at Gyarados, but whatever. Then I get the Thunder Wave, and I'm just trying to not let this thing set up. But, well, it gets it anyway. So now I'm going to swap out, and I'm going to go to Medicham, try to do as much damage as I can. So I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I'm going to Fake Out. But what I didn't expect is that he's actually got a Rocky Helmet, which is something I don't see a lot. But, so I get the Bullet Punch, and that's about it for now, because Moonblast is going to wreck him. I swap to Torterra again, and I'm just going to heal up Torterra, and what did I do next? I think I made the mistake, yeah, I made the mistake of using Seeds. I kind of forgot that Clefable usually has Magic Guard. So now I'm going to set up with Curse, and just try to get that extra damage, and then I'm just going to Iron Head this thing. I have Iron Head on it because Fairies aren't nice, and my team has a Fighting, and a Dragon type on it, so any defense against Fairies is a good idea. So it's going to Iron Head, and that's going to Stored Power, and Stored Power is going to do a good amount of damage, but he's still getting in that extra Iron Head, even though that Rocky Helmet's kind of being a bitch. He sends out Dragonite, and Dragonite's going to try to take him down, but Torterra is at 1.5, and it has broken defenses, so I'm going to still get that Synthesis out, and he's going to swap out into Skarmory. I'm going to Synthesis again, and he's going to kind of copy that and Roost. So I'm going to Curse. I'm going to try to get as much power into this hit as I can. And I'm going to go for the Iron Head. No, wait, I set up the Seeds first. Then I go for the Iron Head. But before I can really... Well, it doesn't really do much anyway, but before I can do anything more with that, he Whirlwinds at me out, and I don't get anything. But since the Seeds were already set up, Latios doesn't lose anything on entry. So now Latios is going to Ice Beam, which takes out Gyarados easily. Just kind of hoping to take out that Skarmory, but alright. So now I get Scolipede, and I predict this Protect, and I decide to set up a little bit. And that setup is pretty much going to let me end this game. So he tries to go for the Sword Dance, but Ice Beam is just going to destroy it. I have the Life Orb on there, so there's no chance of it surviving. And then there goes Skarmory with another Ice Beam. And here comes Dragonite. And Dragonite actually survives the Ice Beam, but I get this really lucky freeze. And he doesn't think he's going to get as lucky as the last freeze I got, so he just forfeits, and that's the end of the game. So, how do you think Torterra did? You think you're going to start using it? Because I want to see it be used now. I want to see some great things happen with that. If you liked it, like, subscribe, comment. Please comment. We don't get many comments. And yeah, thanks for watching.